Yo, what's up, friends? It's Dave. Happy Wednesday. It's October 12th, about 8:51 a.m. in the Eastern time zone. Hey, do me a favor. Say hello. Let me know where you're watching from. All of that good stuff. By the way, if you have not checked out my digital marketing mentorship group, you might want to do that. I have a resource listed in there for Amazon. Amazon's on day 2 as of today of their early access Prime stuff. And this microphone, the exact microphone that I use that I paid over $100 for right now over at Amazon is like $70. So I have the details for that over in my digital marketing mentorship group. Let me see if I can put that in the comments for you. I might have the link for it. Give me a second. While I'm doing that, say what's up. Let me know where you're watching from. Pretty sure I have it here somewhere. Let's see. There it is. So there's a link to that group. If you're not already part of it, you might want to go check it out. Okay. So what I want to share with you today, though, my friend Russell Brunson is in the process of releasing his Clickfunnels 2.0, which you can see on my shirt right there. And he's doing a thing this week called Your First Funnel Challenge. And it's free. And he's teaching a ton of stuff. And today is day 3 of that. And if you've missed any of that, if you upgrade to VIP, which I'll tell you about in a second, you can get access to the replays and watch all this stuff. But the reason why you want to get it and you want to upgrade to VIP, which I think is like $30 or something like that for them to ship you a box of stuff. I'm going to share all the stuff they'll send you, but there's one thing in particular that I think is a really great investment if you don't already have it. And it's something that I reference a lot. And it's something that's not available by itself. You can't get it anywhere else. Not like you can go buy this thing. So if you go to here, I'll put it on the screen for you so you can see it. You can have the link and I'll put it in the comments in case you want to go check it out. It's called Your First Funnel Challenge. Yeah, easy for me to say. There it is right there. I'll put a link in the comments and then I'll share what the VIP thing looks like for you. There you go. Hey, Gary, I see you watching. What's up, dude? Let's see if I can pin that comment, but I guess I can't. So anyway, it's in the comments for you, the link. But so when you upgrade to VIP, again, which I think is like $30, and you can do it on the second page after you go there, you're going to get a sweet Funnel Hacker t-shirt, which who doesn't need more of those? That's pretty cool. But here are 2 things that I think are, well, let me show you the other stuff, and then I'll share the 2 things that I think are the most awesome. You'll get a nice letter from Russell, which is nice. But for ClickFunnels 2.0, which you're going to get a trial to for 30 days, there is this is kind of like a how to do things quick guide. So it's like a textbook on how to use it. But here are the 2 things that I think are the best investment of your $30 that you're going to get, right? I think it's $29.95. The first one is this. It's called the Funnel Hackers Cookbook. And this thing works whether you're going to use it on ClickFunnels or you're going to use it on any other thing where you're building a sales funnel online. What it is it explains different kinds of pages that you would probably need to launch your coaching services, your programs, your courses, whatever you have online. And it has them in here and it has like kind of like recipes. Okay. So when you open it up, it's hard for me to show here with the lights and everything. Like here's video sales letter. And then when you look at it, what it does is it lays out all the different elements that you're going to need. Now, obviously it shows you from a ClickFunnels perspective, but pretty much anywhere you're going to host your stuff, whether you're going to do it on WordPress with Elementor or some other plugin, or you're going to do it on ClickFunnels, or you're going to do it on Kajabi, you're going to do it wherever, this lays it all out. And it's this is really cool. I reference it a lot. It's almost like 250 pages. So Funnel Hackers Cookbook is what you're going to get. But here is the thing that I was talking about that I think is the best investment of your $30 that you get when you upgrade to VIP. You get access to this book. All right. It's called 30 Days. And I don't think you can buy this anywhere individually. I mean, maybe you can get it on eBay or the secondhand market. But the idea behind this book was Russell approached a bunch of people who had done over $1 million online, verified through ClickFunnels, and asked them if they had to start over from scratch, what would they do? So it's 30 people who've been successful. And it's people that do everything from e-commerce, so they have physical products, to coaching, courses, consulting, all kinds of other stuff that they're authors, speakers, coaches. And in here, in each chapter, each one of those people covers it. So let me read to you some of the authors of the different chapters that are in here and the stuff that they cover, because this right here, I would literally pay $500 or more for this book. I have a copy sitting right there over on my bookshelf. This is a new copy I just got, but I only have about, of all the books I have access to, which is hundreds of them, I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I have 12 of them sitting over there on my bookshelf for easy reference. And one of them is this book. So here's the stuff. The Reactive Startup by Trey Llewellyn. High Ticket Coaching by Liz Benny, who actually had a chance to chat with a couple weeks ago at the event. It was kind of cool. Application Video Funnel by Garrett White. E-Commerce Funnels by Allison Prince. The Dream 100 by Dana Derricks. Start as a Service Provider, Julie Stowian. All kinds of stuff in here. 3 weeks to a webinar launch. Stacey and Paul Martino. Fundraising for nonprofits. So if you're in the nonprofit space or maybe in the church space, spiritual space, essentially nonprofits as well, something to think about there. Service packages for LinkedIn. Rachel Peterson's in here. Let's see, live events. Bible Success Blueprint by Myron Golden is one of the chapters. E-commerce funnels, pre-sale courses with webinars by Dan Henry, Mind Map, affiliate marketing, Facebook Live Summit. So all kinds of stuff, literally 30 chapters, high ticket consulting, all in here. So this is something that is worth the $30 alone. Whether you watch all the replays that he has going on this week, which are incredible, don't get me wrong, I'm not downplaying those, but I would do it simply to get access to this book. And this one is, I don't know, in the neighborhood of 540 pages. There's a lot there. So if you don't already have it, I would go get access to it. Again, the link is right there. I also put it in the comments. Hey, Miss Jeter, what's up? Gamble.com/YFF stands for Your First Funnel. Go check that out. That link, yes, that's an affiliate link of mine. I don't think I make anything, though, on the $30 that you pay for all this stuff because it's all like shipping and handling and printing and whatever and send it to you. But that definitely these two things, the 30 days. And then somebody was actually asking me about this cookbook a couple weeks ago. How do you get it? And I wasn't even sure because this is another thing that's not typically available. It's usually available in some of the offer stacks and stuff that Russell has. So that's a good referencing. And this is another good referencing that you want to have access to. And the stuff that they're teaching is amazing too. So I've had access to Clickfunnels 2.0 for a little while because I'm in one of Russell's coaching programs. So I've been playing around with it, but they just released a whole bunch of new features last week because it's in beta and they're kind of rolling out this stuff. And I did something as part of the challenge on day one, which he teaches a similar thing that I teach about, like just go build something. I talk about building a lemonade stand, like something that doesn't necessarily matter. That's not mission critical for you. Go build that thing. And he said, go build this page. And it's just like an about me page on Clickfunnels 2.0. That was part of the challenge. And he gave you some homework and he said, go do it. And I literally went and set up my domain on there in like 2 or 3 minutes. Now it took like 48 hours for it to propagate through the internet. That's just how it works. But it took me like 2 or 3 minutes to set it up. So I got a domain name. If you want to go check it out, gamble.me is it. And then I built this thing on ClickFunnels. It's a simple page. It has like a picture, like a 2 or 3 sentences about me, and then some ways to connect with me on social media. And I built it on there in like 5 minutes. And like that was one of the pieces of homework. I'm like, oh, okay, now I know how to use this thing and whatever. But the cool thing about the 2.0 platform is you can send emails directly from it. So you couldn't do that with the old one. You had to marry it up to something else. It has CRM built into it. It has video hosting built into it. And it has a whole bunch of other things built into it, which make it really amazing. So if you've not played around with it and you want to go get a trial to it, if you do the gamble.com/YFF for your first funnel challenge and you then upgrade to, so the challenge itself is free. On the next page, you'll have the opportunity to upgrade to VIP, which is $29.95 in the US or something like that. You get access to all these books and things I was telling you about, but you're also going to get access to a 30-day trial of Clickfunnels 2.0. So you can go in there and mess around. And what I would do if I were you is I would get access to it. And then if you don't have time during the week, you're working a job or whatever, then upgrade to VIP, watch the replays on the weekend. You can watch them on fast speed if you want to, and then do the homework. And you literally can go in there and drag and drop and click and do the things you need to do to get a domain name, right? They work with Google domains. It'll just push you right through. You can, if you already have a domain, you can marry it up to that. If you don't, you can go get one. It's like $6 or $12. If you buy some normal ones, it could be $2,000 if you want to get some crazy ones, but generally it's like $12 a year for your domain. You can get things going, you do the homework, you get stuff going online. And that's my example of kind of like building a lemonade stand. Get something going, get something online, get it out there. Then once you do that, you're like, oh, okay, now I know how to do this. Now, if you want to make something more sophisticated, you can. And they have all kinds of cool things in there. The other thing I didn't mention is they have way more e-commerce options than they did in the old one. So if you want to sell physical products, hats, sneakers, shoes, t-shirts, whatever that have different sizes and stuff, it's all built into the 2.0. It's really, really neat. I would encourage you to go check it out. So again, gamble.com/YFF, your first funnel. That's the link for you. It's also in the comments somewhere. I was not able to pin it, but it's in the comments for you there. Go check it out. And if nothing else, upgrade for VIP to get access to this book. Because the premise behind this was if these people had to start over from scratch, they had nothing, how would they start today building a high-ticket coaching practice, a consulting practice, a e-commerce website, a LinkedIn agency for other people? Like all these different things are in here. And like the people that are in here, Myron Gold and Rachel Peterson, all those people I mentioned, if you had to pay for like an hour of their time, or you had to pay for some consulting to get this information, it would cost you hundreds, if not thousands of dollars an hour. So this is one of those things where I forget the name of that guy who sells his books for a lot of money. For some reason, I don't want to say Cody. I don't know if that's accurate. Anyway, there's a guy online who like creates these books and he sells his actual books like on Amazon for like $500 because he's like, listen, there's so much good information here. I'm just not going to sell it for $7.99 or $9.99 or $20, right? Like he sells it for a lot. They could do the same thing with this book. It's that damn good. And there's so much good stuff in here. So like if you want to do coaching and one-on-one stuff, or you want to do group coaching, whatever, there's literally a chapter in here called Coaching One-on-One and Masterminds. Okay, there's so much stuff in here. So anytime I want to start over with something or have an idea and I'm like, all right, I don't want to reinvent the wheel. I want to do this kind of thing. Let me go look at how they're doing this. I go look at this book and I go to the chapter in particular and I go, let me see how this person would recommend if they're going to do fundraising for nonprofits. Like if I wanted to do that, which is not really the space I'm in, but I would look at it and say, okay, let me read this. And each chapter is only, 10, 20 pages. So I'd say, okay, how would they do it? And a lot of these people map it out, like in here, day 1, day 2, day 3, here's what I would do. And they have checklists specifically what they would do, like day 1, day 2, here's a checklist of things I would do. So instead of me having to start over, and in order for me to move faster, as Tony Robbins says, compress decades into days, if I want to do something new, I look at this and I go, okay, here's kind of what I'm thinking about doing. And I have a basic framework or an idea. And then I pop over to this book and I go, okay, what do these people do? And I go, oh, okay, I got that. Ooh, I don't have that. Is that something I want to do? No, I'm not going to do that on this time. I don't have that either, but I want to do that. So add it to my list, right? So I don't do everything, but there's some elements that I hadn't considered, hadn't thought of. And if I did it on my own, I would have to learn the hard way by failing at it or missing that key piece and coming back to it and being like, I should have thought of that. So I just spot check myself looking at this and I go, oh, okay, cool. I got everything. Or, oh, I missed some key things I should think about. Or there's some things they're doing that I'm choosing not to do, or it's not going to fit with this go around, right? But instead of me having to learn from my own mistakes, I can just learn from what they did, which is pretty amazing. So anyway, there it is, gamble.com/YFF. Go check it out. This is one of those things where you can get a ton of education. If you've listened to me for more than 20 minutes before, you've heard me talk about, and I've done a podcast episode on, if you want to be successful with something, you need 3 key things: mindset, skill set, tool set. Mindset, skill set, tool set, and that offers in that order. So Russell Brunson is very smartly talking about mindset and all that stuff in his Your First Funnel Challenge. And then he's teaching you the skill set through this cookbook and through this 30 days thing that you get when you upgrade to VIP, right? He's teaching you the skill sets and he has them all mapped out for you. Literally, this is like a picture book. If you tell me, I don't know what I'm doing, like this is like a picture book. You literally just look at the picture and go, oh, okay, I need to have these elements on my thing. If I don't have these elements, I should probably think about doing it. And so that's the skill set. And then in this case, the way they're teaching it, the tool set is Clickfunnels. So it has all the things that you need to be successful if you avail yourself to them and you go in with an open mind and you don't say, I already know that, or this isn't for me. But if you go in and say, okay, how can I do this? How is this possible for me? How can I make this work? How do I do this? How do I make this happen? And you go through the homework and you go, okay, cool. If you go in and say, I'm not tech savvy, you're not gonna be able to do this because you're gonna believe that and act accordingly. But if you go into it and say, okay, I know there's other people that have figured this out. I'm a smart person. I can figure this out too. Let me see how they're doing it. Then you do it and you go through the process. Even me, when I was trying to build my simple page, I ran into some glitches and some frustration. I was like, I said, okay, get over yourself. Let's figure out how to do this. Let's go back and do this. Oh, okay. Oh, I figured it out. Oh, why did that disappear? Oh, okay. Because I got to do this. Got to check this box. Got to do this thing. Okay, cool. And I got it out there. And for me, I wasn't trying to do anything pretty, right? I just was like, let me get it out there and do the homework. Do what Russell says. And then I got it all out there and figured it out. So if you feel like you're missing anything, building anything online, you're missing either the mindset piece or the skill set piece or the tool set piece, then go get access to this thing. Invest in the VIP upgrade, which is on the second page, right? The first page is where you opt into the challenge for free. The second page, you can do the VIP stuff. You'll get access to ClickFunnels 2.0. You'll get all of these resources I told you about, including a t-shirt. Russell, my wife has said, if it was not for Russell Brunson, I would probably be naked, which is probably not a visual that many of you want to have right now. But I literally have, at this point, over 45 t-shirts from Russell from various things, including this one. So get a t-shirt too, and you can like wear it while you're building your funnels, doing all the things, which sounds kind of dumb, but it really helps with your belief in your ability to do things, right? Like I'll have my funnel hacker shirt on sometimes and I'll be doing stuff and I'll get frustrated and I'll go in to go to the bathroom. And as I'm going in there, I see myself in the mirror and I'm like, oh, I am a funnel hacker, or I am doing this thing, or I'm building a business, or I'm the 1% crazy, or I'm an entrepreneur by choice. Like he has all these crazy things that he puts on his shirts. But just that little bit sometimes is just the encouragement that I need to go, okay, let me get going. Because contrary to popular belief, a lot of you think like I'm a wizard, or I was born with this stuff, or I'm a Jedi and I just know how to do all this tech stuff. No, I just learn. I go through the stuff. I avail myself of the learning that I learn, then I implement, and I make a lot of mistakes and I get frustrated, but I continue to implement and I put it out there. And I've just failed more than most people. I've just gone through the process and failed and had more frustration, but I'm willing to power through that because I know the end point is worth it. I know being able to impact way more people through getting my message out online is worth whatever headache and frustration I have to go through. So I've just gone through those iterations more times than most of you. And now I'm like, hey, this is how you build this thing. This is how you do this thing. This is how you make this happen. This is how you build a funnel. This is how you get a course online. And people are like, oh my gosh, Dave, you're so smart. No, I am not. I'm not any smarter than any of you. Yeah, we all have different skills and talents and abilities or whatever, but I just decided that I was going to make this a priority and I go through the stuff and do it. I was never good on camera initially. Maybe some of you think I'm still not good on camera. I was never good on a microphone. I was never good in front of a webcam. I didn't have the right lights. I didn't have all the stuff. I could have made all these excuses. And instead, I figured out that my why and my purpose for doing this is big enough and strong enough. I want to have more control over my time and what I do and my finances and all that stuff, instead of having to work for somebody else and build their dream their entire life. I wanted to build something for me. I knew I could have a bigger impact and have more freedom and flexibility in my life. And that's what I wanted to do. So all the frustration stuff I would run into was worth it because I knew where I was headed, right? I heard Brendon Burchard say, and if you don't want like an emotional punch in the gut, tune out right now. I heard Brendon Burchard say on a broadcast, again, availing myself of his wisdom and knowledge of some other thing that he was doing. He said something to the effect of, how long are you going to be willing to let your insecurities and your frustrations steal from your family's financial future? And I was like I literally like took the breath out of me when he said that. I was like, Brendon, because no matter where we are on our journey, we're all kind of doing that, right? I'm just doing it at a different level than most of you, but like if you're just getting started in the space, like sometimes you're letting your frustrations and your insecurities get in the way of creating something really amazing that would have a big impact in the world that will probably, when you have that impact, most likely have a pretty good financial windfall as a result of it, right? Because if you help enough people solve their problems, as Zig Ziglar said, help enough people get whatever they want, you can have anything you want. So when you do that, then the financial stuff usually follows, right? And then you get the freedom and the flexibility that you're looking for. But the frustration is all part of it. You got to honor that. It's even if you go into this and say, what if it were easy and I'm just going to go with the flow, that's fine. You can go into that with that mindset. I've done it a few times myself, but you're going to run into a situation where you're like, what is going on here? I'm frustrated. So when you do something like the Your First Funnel Challenge and you get access to the training and you get access to the actual resources they'll send you when you upgrade to VIP and you have this thing and you get frustrated, you're like, wow, what am I missing? Well, let me go look at the page on Squeeze Page Funnels and see what this is all about. Oh, I'm missing this element right here. Duh. Okay, let me fix it. All right. And then you do, and then you start to see some success. That's all it is, friends. This is not magic. The maps and the books are literally out here for you. They're here for you. You just have to you have to put your ego to the side, put your pride aside, make your mission be the thing that you're focused on, and then get it out there. And a lot of you are like, you go to your local BNI meetings or your Chamber of Commerce meetings and you do local business and you're a speaker, trainer, coach, and whatever. You're making an impact locally, and that's fine. But there's like another 7.5, 8 billion people out there that you could be impacting. And last I heard and saw, about half of those people have access to the internet. So let's just say your total addressable market could be about 3.5 to 4 billion people instead of just the people in your little town. Well, I don't have enough people that want coaching and nobody wants to pay for my services. That's a bunch of BS. And by that, I mean a bad belief system. It could also mean whatever you thought it meant initially. But yeah, just the people in your town don't. But if you got your stuff online, if you got your offer online, if you got your coaching online, if you got your mastermind online, if you published a book, if you put some courses out there, then you could reach, at least you have the potential of reaching those other 4 billion people. And of those, I think like half of them speak English. So if you speak English and you can understand me right now, then you're still looking at about 2 billion, 2.5 billion people that you could be reaching if you would get your stuff online. Again, that's not exactly your total addressable market because your niche should be much tighter than 2.5 billion people. But hopefully you get my point. If you have a local town that has 2,000 people or even 20,000 people, or maybe you live in a big city and there's like 1 million people, that's cool. You could, I live not far from New York City and Philadelphia. I'm about an hour from either. I could go and do my stuff in those cities and make a big impact. But that means I have to drive in the city and sit in traffic and do all that stuff and trade hours for dollars because I'm only getting paid when I'm there. Or I could create something online. I could create courses and group coaching and memberships and all that other stuff, get it online, do the effort one time, get it out there, and then people could access it whenever. I could be asleep and I could be getting paid because people are buying my stuff because it's online. That is the biggest hurdle for almost everybody I talk to. They're doing something amazing in the world. They're helping people through all kinds of stuff, all kinds of coaching and training and facilitating. And it could be like 1 million different things. They're great at what they do, but they have such a small audience because they're only doing it locally, right? As long as it's not a physical thing where you're trying to but even in this case, there are things that people are doing. But if you're a dentist or an orthodontist, okay, you have to be working in somebody's mouth. I get that. If you're not doing that, you're probably not getting paid. But that's not entirely true because now there are other things out there for dentists and orthodontists to be doing where they could sell stuff online. They could sell information online to show people how to get the most out of their experience as a patient with a dentist or an orthodontist, or how to select an orthodontist or whatever, and how to go through that process. And yes, there are things now that people can even do through the mail where people can take a picture of their mouth and send it, and they 3D print some stuff and send it to you and help straighten your teeth. There's 1 million different things you could do now that you couldn't do years ago. So even in situations like that, this stuff works, right? If you need more leads for your business, or you need more business, or you just need a better presence online, I do not know why you would not do this. Even if you just do the free part of it, which you're not going to get access to the replays and you're not going to get all these books and stuff I was telling you about, but go and watch that and take notes and then implement on it. If you tell me which I'm not totally going to buy into because I'm sure you can make a trade-off here, but if you're I don't have $30, okay, then go do this thing and go through the free part and implement. If you have more time than money, then spend your time going through it and doing it. But I'm pretty sure if you wanted to, you could find $30 and invest in the VIP upgrade piece of it and get access to all these other resources so you could have tangible physical resources literally at your fingertips. And then as you're building your stuff online and you have questions, you just go to it. And I have this digital marketing mentorship group, which the logo is not on the screen right now, but I put the link in the comments for you, where I answer people's questions on stuff. Or if you say to me, Dave, I need a microphone. I don't have a microphone. Literally today, I just sent an email a couple hours ago, not even, an hour ago, showing people how to get this microphone that I paid over $100 for $70.22 on Amazon. So if you're like, I don't have the lights, I don't have the tools, I don't have the webcams, like I'm showing you how to do that too. My goal is to take away as many excuses as possible as to why you can't do your thing online, right? And I do a pretty damn good job of taking away those excuses. So if you don't want results, I am probably not somebody you should follow, because when you get on group coaching calls and stuff with me, or you see my group and people ask questions and I go, well, did you try this? And they're like, nope. I'm like, go try that and come back and let me know. I'm like, well, I can't figure out how to do this. Go take a look at this or try this or go get this microphone, whatever. And they're like, oh, okay, Dave's taking away all my excuses. Yeah, because I want you to go do it and make it happen. It's not easy. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it. But I'm here to tell you it is simple. If you can literally follow a picture book, the pictures in this book, okay, if you can look at these pictures and these little paragraphs and start putting stuff together, right? That's the tactical and practical piece. And if you can read these things, here's the high level strategy of what you want to be doing for all those different things. It's $30. $30 when you upgrade to the VIP thing. And you get access to Clickfunnels 2.0, a 30-day trial. And so even with that, like, yeah, you're going to pay after month one, after the free trial. But, people come to me like, what am I supposed to do then? I'm going to have to pay whatever, $100, whatever for this software. Well, the idea is you take this information and you build something and then you put it out there. Create a small course, create a small group coaching thing, create whatever, get it out there. Think like a business owner. I just made a $30 investment. I have a 30-day trial to this platform. Let me use my time wisely, spend some time this weekend or after you put the kids to bed, like 1 hour a day, go through it, get your stuff out there, implement, build your thing, get it going, start getting some leads coming in, start sending some emails out to the email list that you're building. Hopefully you're building an email list, right? And then offer something for sale. Maybe if you had 30 days of a trial, maybe you spend the first week like getting things going, get it figured out. You build a lead magnet or something where people, you get them to opt into whatever it is you're doing. And then it seems like every time I start doing a Facebook Live these days, there's like tree guys or they're like repaving the road out here. It's like, hey, Dave's doing a Facebook Live. Let's rev up the loudest machines we have out there. Hopefully you can't hear them. Get your stuff online, right? Spend like a week trying to figure it out, getting some things going. You get some people, you start building an audience. And then I would spend the next week or two marketing your group coaching program, your membership, your whatever it is to offset the cost of the tools that you're using in your business. Even if it was just a break even, your return on investment was, let's say it was $100. How can you make $100 this month, right? And then you go, oh, okay, cool. Now my stuff is paid for. Let me figure out how to make $200. Let me figure out how to make $300. Let me figure out how to make $4. I'm here to tell you, if you can make $1, you can move the decimal spot to the right and make 10. And if you can make 10 online, you can figure out how to move the decimal spot and make 100. And yes, you can move it again and make 1,000. And yes, you can move it again and make 10,000. And sometimes you could do that in 1 month, 1 week, 1 day, 1 hour, 1 minute. I'm not going to make income claims and all that jazz, but it's possible. I know it's possible because I've coached people through it and they do it, and I've done it myself and I've seen lots of other people do it. But the trick is you got to make the first one, right? And then you got to replicate it. But you cannot make the first one if you don't get started. And something like this, your first funnel challenge, will help you get started. Okay? I don't know how else I could sit here and talk for another 28 minutes and 13 seconds about it, but I don't know how else to explain it in any other way. Like, this is a resource you need to have. If you are not having the success you want online, or you've been frustrated, you should avail yourself of this information. Invest in the VIP, $29.95 in the US. I don't know what it is internationally. I'm sure it says in there somewhere. Get access to these books and these resources, and then start implementing the stuff, right? Knowledge alone is not power. I'm sure you've heard the idea that like knowledge is power. No, if that were the case, librarians would rule the world. Knowledge alone is not power. You have to implement what you're learning. And so if you have struggles or frustrations as you go, you have all these resources. And then I have my digital marketing mentorship group where people come in and ask questions. And the people I love to serve the most, don't get me wrong, I love to help everybody that's on the journey, but I especially love to help people that are in the hunt, that are in the arena, that are in the game. They're like, Dave, I'm trying to do this thing and I built this, or I put this thing out there and it's not quite working, or I need to tweak it, or I don't know what to do. Can you help? And I'm like, yes, I can. Let's fix this or do this, or have you thought about this, or did you write this, or whatever, right? But the people who just sit on the sideline and never get in the game, I tend to get frustrated. I'm like, did you do anything? Like, let's get going. Like, show me something. Show me some tangible thing that you're doing, that you're in the process. Because here's what I know to be true. Those of you that get stuck in analysis paralysis, you ready for this one? Movement and action bring clarity, bring data. When you do something, when you create something, when you try something, then wow, that machine is just moving right down the street. I feel like it's going to come through my house right now. So I'm going to end this because it's just getting louder and louder. But your inaction is not giving you any data to work with, right? So create something, do something, follow your first funnel challenge, do the first day of homework, build something, and then go, oh, okay, that wasn't so hard. And now I know how to do this, but I'm not sure how to do this, or how do I make it prettier? Or how do I add this? Or how do I change the font? Or how do I do whatever? And then you do it, and then you get more data, and you go, oh, okay, I got some feedback. Let me change it, whatever. And then maybe you put it out to a small group, like an audience, to like a trial run, like a beta test. And you say, hey, people, check this out. Or I have this thing for sale. Or as Stu McLaren teaches, do a founding members launch to a group of people that already know, like, and trust you, and get them to pay you some amount of money. When you do those two things, when you get something online and then you get paid for doing something online, I'm telling you, it will fundamentally change your life, your world, your family's life, your family's world. But you have to figure out how to do that. Once you do it, then you go, oh, this is possible for me. And then it's possible to replicate and move that decimal spot to the right as far as you want. Okay, but you got to start somewhere. Your first funnel, gamble.com YFF. Gamble.com/YFF is where you can get access to it. Go check it out. And then let me know. Tell me about it. Let me know you're part of it. I'll see you in the Facebook group when you join it. And then if you have any struggles or frustrations and you're trying to build this stuff, let me know. Because I just said I love to help people that are in the hunt, that are in the game, that are getting stuff done. Let me know you're part of the challenge, and I'll help you get through the process. All right, see you later. And I'm going to go see what this machine is going down the street because it's really loud, and I want to see what kind of machine is making that much noise. All right, see you later.